Good
Great to see
morning.
you.
Um,
Morning.
Thanks for joining me today.
It's a
Um,
pleasure.
so we just continue with AOH online project with our video conversation, and now be having you as our guest. I'm really excited. Um, we're gonna start with actually straight away. How are you, and how's your post-lockdown going?
Yeah, I'm fine. I mean, I think in some ways this period is a bit more tricky because we're having to navigate our own vulnerabilities and our own risks. So there's been a few times where I've sort of got a bit confused about what we're allowed to do and what we're not, but I think everyone feels that. And generally I'm feeling more optimistic. I'm really, really looking forward to going to see some art, and now the galleries are open. Yeah, I want to get out there, and I feel that I need to feed myself visually with some new inspiration. So as soon as I can do that, I think that'd be great. That'll be a real milestone.
Fantastic. I do look forward to actually seeing some events and being with people,
Yeah,
I think, mainly.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. We've just been looking at the same, walls and the same landscapes, and for so long. And this is Brighton. There are worse places to be for sure. We've got so much fantastic outside space, but yeah, I kind of want to go and see something else now.
I checked your AOH, that the Seven Dials Trail Instagram account, and
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was looking fantastic. And I think you've been doing quite a lot work to get people together, and because the AOH obviously didn't happen in May. So do you want to tell a bit about how that worked out, and how did you feel?
Yeah, I started the Seven Dials Trail Instagram back in 2017 when I started doing my own house, and it was really just used while the festival was going on to promote the houses taking part. And then of course when it didn't happen this year, I didn't really have any plans for it, and I thought, well, there's no reason why shouldn't be doing this anyway. I can still promote the artists. Some of the artists and makers have Etsy shops or their own websites that people can buy direct from. So I created, I'm not a spreadsheet person, but I tell you what, it was really impressive. It was color coded. I had every person that was taking part in the trail, found their Instagram accounts, and it was quite a good discipline for me actually to have that focused every day. I'd get up, I'd go through an account, and it would be something like, oh, I had a ceramicist yesterday, so today I'll have a jewellery designer. And I discovered lots of local artists and makers, which was great. And yeah, I feel that now actually it's become a focus for our local community, that I want people to do takeovers, other people are getting involved. So I think it could, and I'm trying to build on this idea now as we move outside of lockdown, that it can still be like a hub for the local creative community, really, a place that we can all share ideas and events. So yeah, watch this space. I'm not sure how it's going to develop, but I feel that we've created something quite special that I personally would like to continue to work on. And of course, as we move into November, with the open houses opening again, I hope that we can actually, rather than it just reflect what's going on, I want it to add something. I suppose that's what I'm trying to say. But of course, we have to be flexible moving forward because no one knows what the future is looking like. So, yeah, I'm quite excited about it actually.
How was your creative process? How did you find the lockdown? Did you manage to work? And
Yeah, I mean, I'm fortunate. I work from home anyway in my attic, which is where I am now. So the logistics of continuing to work didn't change for me. I had everything that I needed here. Of course, I was working on a collection that would have been shown in May. And when that cancelled. Normally it's a mad rush and I'm like, you know, panicking, and I'm hanging wet paintings and having to say to the guests, like, sorry, they're a bit wet because I've only just finished them. So in some ways it was quite nice that when it was postponed I was able to slow down. I spent a bit more time finishing that work. Then coming up with this project called Dark Days, which is something that a gallery in London is going to show in the next couple of weeks, months, I'm not entirely sure yet. So that's really exciting, and that's totally different from how I normally work. And it was really born out of this. I don't know if it's something that you did, but I found that when there was that initial government announcement about people being locked down, we started to see the government present on a daily basis these graphs and these charts, and everything was about the facts and the science, and there was, you know, diagrams to show us what was happening. And again, this became part of my daily routine, whereby it was about 5 o'clock, I'd sit down at the end of the day with a cup of tea, and we'd look at the charts, and they'd be going that way, or they'd leveled off, or where's the peak, or have we flattened the curve, and all that. And then I started to make this work that was about the tension between these charts and this science and these facts, with this amorphous, invisible virus that was seeping out, and it was invisibly moving beyond these boundaries that we were setting ourselves. So yeah, that's something that's definitely been created in lockdown. So it's, you know, I think only history will tell us how culture and how artists are going to visually, well, not all visual artists, but I mean musicians and everyone, and writers. It's going to be very interesting how the creative output that comes out of this period, I think.
So Dark Days, we'll be able to see them in November in your house?
Well, it depends how it goes. The gallery in London's going to be showing them first, and I've started off with 13. I can't. I'm trying to think. They're being framed at the moment. 13 very small ones, and it's part of a group, and it's 13 because one to represent every week of the briefings. They carried on for 13 weeks. So I did about 30 drawings, and I chose the best 13. But I'm also exploring some A4 ones, and even some much bigger sort of A2, A1. So again, yeah, it'd be nice. I'd like to, I'm sure there'll be some Dark Days in November to see. Yeah.